recording it, and I'll play it back afterwards. All right, we're live. No, we're not live. Yeah, we are live. I'm just kidding you. Don't screw up. Don't swear. Don't cuss. Don't do nothing. You can give me a big yeehaw, but don't.
Yeehaw. How do you do?
Yeah, there you go. How do you do? Howdy, partner. Little lady. Got a couple gals standing back here. Got to be nice. Do the gentleman.
Absolutely. Acknowledge them.
Yes, exactly. Stockmen's Livestock Fall Brawl. And I'm pumped for year number 2. I've never been here. You guys haven't been here.
No, first time for us.
Would you say we talked you into it, or did you guys talk yourselves into it?
A little bit.
We talked about it before, but I don't know.
Okay,
you guys kind of convinced us.
So it's super addicting out here.
Oh yeah,
it's very addicting. Yeah, you go back home and you catch you catch fish that are not even comparable to out here. So when you come out here, it's just a treat.
Yeah, there's no. I don't even want to go back home.
No.
You know, I've got my tiny cabin on Ponset. I don't know where I'm going to put it. I'm either Devil's Lake or
for sale sign.
Yeah, I think that's the other thing. It's a perfect bachelor pad. But anyway, you know that's neither here nor there. But making the trip out here and dealing with the heat and the warm water. What was the water like today? 68.
Yeah, it was 7 degrees. Average is what we found. Roughly 68.
Yeah,
but midday probably got up to 70.
Okay. So water's warm. Fishing's been tough. How's practice been?
We've only been out here for 2 days.
Okay.
We fished Thursday and today, and it was first day was okay at best, and then today was not.
Today was tough.
It was tough today.
So the wind didn't help either.
No, did not. So we got a taste for Sunday to see what comes in on Sunday.
Well, honestly, I think that Sunday will be the saving grace, right? It's the last day of the tournament.
Absolutely.
It's going to be the windy day. It's going to be warmer again. Right. You got the cold front coming through. I don't know that 83 to 73 is that drastic. A cold front to just shut them down.
They called it a cool front.
Oh, they're calling it a cool front.
Cool front.
Okay, yes. Nate, the meteorologist here, has weighed in. You know, we've got people everywhere. It's just nuts. But the Stockmen's Livestock Fall Brawl was kind of monumental last year. I wasn't here. It was a good one. I think this year, you know, we've got a lot of big sticks here. You guys are in here. You're fresh off the lake area, Walleye Club Championship. You caught a teener a day. You know, and I guess when Kurt and I talked Wednesday night on Between Hook Sets, we're like, hey, you can't leave fulls out, right? And we say fulls are your part of it. So you're just the third full brother.
Yeah.
Sorry.
We're just part of the family at this point.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it just gets easier. But Brock Nothem and Braeden Full and Riley Full are here tonight. So the fishing, a little bit on the tough side. Do you perceive you'll continue to scope and chase trees, or are you going to work some?
Yeah, we're not. I don't think we're going to touch anything shallow. We're going to be out over top of the trees. Yeah, I feel like those shallow fish get goofed up with if there's any change in weather. It's just hard to get them to go.
Yeah, and the other thing about fishing the trees, not that I've done it a ton, but I'm learning more and more, and I'm learning that you just don't sit there. If they're not going, you pack it up and you move and you cover water, right?
That's exactly right.
So you're covering water like you are pulling bouncers, or even if you're trolling along shore and you're pitching into shore, doing whatever. There's a whole new way of doing it. Everybody was always so gung-ho about sitting on all these fish, and it's just like ice fishing. And nothing's going. It was swinging and miss last weekend. I was so mad. I was so angry at myself. But what do you do? If the fish aren't going to bite, they're not going to bite.
Right. Yeah.
You know, Louis was with where I was with Louis, and he had 2 that committed. They were nice big fish, but they were the only 2 that really cared. You know, I think I'm finding myself. I'm getting a little ahead of the game. I get a little antsy at set the hook before I should. You know, do you find yourself doing that when you're
used to? Yeah, we're kind of getting used to it now. How the fish are reacting and knowing, like, I mean, you can't prematurely set the hook. Like it's a waiting game.
You got to feel it.
Yeah. If they're not going to bite, they're not going to bite, right?
Yeah.
So,
yeah. It's tough though.
Yeah, it's very tough.
You guys are out fishing a lot more than the regular average person like me. So you're learning all of those little things, and even once you learn the little things, it's still tough.
It is.
Things change.
You still got to make a bite, or they still have to bite. So.
No matter what, and it's at that point where it was laughable last weekend because it didn't matter what I did. You know, and everybody's out there talking about scoping, and you're spotlighting and doing all this stuff, and I just get sick of hearing it because you can't make a horse drink and you can't make a fish bite. You can entice them, right? But it's tough.
Yeah,
So
we had that same thing enticing. Like we would have a lot of fish chase, and they just wouldn't commit to biting. Like they would almost follow you all the way up to the boat sometimes, and they just wouldn't bite.
that's the tough thing when you're bringing fish out of 60 feet, 50 feet, 45 feet, and they come up and they are at the boat.
Yes.
And you think you got them because really when you're out ice fishing, that's the deal.
Right.
If they come up like that, you got them. Eventually they're going to
It's done deal.
Right.
And all of a sudden it's right back down from where they came.
Yes. Yeah, and if you try to toss on them again, it's like you get one chance, and then
and you got to move on.
Yeah,
Might as well not cast them again. 'Cause it's not going to work.
So will you run to your spots that won you the championship, or because you're not going to make it, right?
We're not.
We can make it there.
We need a rule.
But you're not going to get back.
We ain't getting back.
We need a rule change for next year. We need to be able to carry extra gas.
Yeah, I think there's a reason for that.
Yeah.
Right? We're keeping people from running up that whole casket area up there is magic. I don't know what it is up there. I know that when I'm up, and I don't know if I'm telling too much or not, but the trees are even different.
Yes.
They're just
They come
More,
up,
more
they come
trees,
up higher.
higher
They
trees.
come up,
They're
yeah.
different.
Yeah.
Like a lot of cottonwoods up there, where down here it just doesn't seem like it's
They don't come,
cottonwoods.
yeah, they just don't come up as high.
They
Yeah.
seem like a different species of tree down here.
I wonder if there's some willows down there.
Yeah.
And I think the willows don't grow as tall as the cottonwoods do, but even the bait fish, the way the bait fish react up there in the trees is a whole different deal.
Yeah.
And we're not spilling any secrets. Anybody that goes up there with a live scope knows, and boom, it's going to be an interesting day tomorrow. Cooler weather's going to make fishing a little bit easier. I can't imagine you're going to change it. We're going to go out through the program.
We know where we're starting and we know where we're spending our day. So if the fish don't bite, then it is what it is. But if they do, we'll be all right.
Well, it's game on, and the cool thing is, you guys know how to catch the big ones out here. There's a thing to it.
Yes.
You can't catch everything you see, and you got to find those nice big marks that aren't as prevalent as I thought they might be.
Right. Especially down here. We haven't seen near as many big fish down here as what we did up around the Casio. Like it's not even close.
But you look at what Ben and Bo did in the Gulf Cup, pulling the 211 pounders.
Yeah.
Never thought anybody would have anything that big down here. I thought everything was up north.
Right.
Which goes to show the strength of the fish in the system.
Right. Yeah. I mean,
They're everywhere for sure,
they're-
but the more numbers are up there.
yeah.
So
There's definitely big fish down this way, but I think they're definitely a lot fewer fish.
What makes it kind of fun. It's a challenge.
Oh, for sure.
And
Absolutely.
it changes up your mentality too, because going into it, like we knew that we'd need 25 to 27 pounds, say, for talking about the Lake Erie Walleye Club. We were fishing north of the bridge. Well, now, with a tank of gas, we're not going to make it that far. So we can't get up to those spots. Now, we're not going to be up to 25, 27 pounds.
Well, I'm guessing you could make it up there at about 20, 25 miles an hour, but you're not going to have much time to fish.
Probably about 35 miles an hour.
35,
I could make it up there.
Yeah. So, I guess do you try to hit that bridge, get that Whitlock area? Because everybody's going for that area. Right? They're going to do the Sutton Bay thing to as far north as they can go, knowing they can safely get back.
Right.
So do you play it safe and go a little slower, conserve a little, so if you have to slide?
We have a game plan that we're gonna try to stick to. Yes.
Okay.
We know how far we can get with the tank of gas, and we'll make it.
Well, it's paramount. If you don't know that,
Right.
then I guess
You ain't
you're out of luck.
back.
You're out of luck.
you shouldn't be fishing.
Yeah, it sure sucked to have 30 pounds and not make it back.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. It's
Or trolling motor the last 10 miles.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, but putting along there at about 3.5 miles an hour. That sounds like a ton of fun. Stockman's Livestock Fall Brawl. It starts tomorrow. I believe it's 7:30 because we got to wait until we've got daylight so that we've got a safe takeoff. That means we'll do the weigh-in at 3:30. So we've got Riley full, Braeden full, and Brock full. Brock Nothem with us here today. So, fellas, thank you very much. Good luck to you tomorrow, and we got prime rib to go eat. So,
Yeah,
Can't wait. We can't wait.
We're hungry, so we're looking forward to it.
yeah. All right, hats off to you.
Hats off.
Yep.
I'm not actually going to take my hat off, but thank you very much. All right, there we go. We've got more coming, so sit tight. It's the Stockmen's Livestock Ball Brawl.